We welcome you back to Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. We're in the first quarter of play, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. And again, it's Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Mayfield's pass.
Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Graham Gano.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Nothing.
So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
Now the all-time leading rusher at nearby Boston College, A.J. Dillon, gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
A.J. Dillon.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Buffalo.
The numbers for Njoku from a week ago: 8 catches, 87 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there.
Brings up second and 3.
On second down, Dillon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
To number 85.
David Njoku with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They clinched the top spot, so the road to the Super Bowl, it runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, partner, to say, okay, a lot of guys aren't going to play down the stretch. We've clinched. We're ready to go. But there's another part where you say, let's show the league why we're the #1 team. Maybe you intimidate someone. Maybe you dissuade them from thinking that they can beat you in the playoffs by going out being really impressive down the stretch.
Absolutely, and you want to take momentum into the playoffs. There's also pride on the line for these guys individually.
Yeah, momentum and pride. Yeah, I'd make room for them and put them both in uniform.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Dashing through the snow. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jack Doyle. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Clock now on first down. They'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he's down after a very nice gain.
Complete to A.J. Dillon. It's a gain of 25
But
yards.
one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
7-7, our score after one.
Score tied 7-7.
Throwing on second down. Lock. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Now Lock. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Bills first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Dillon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lock. This is the tight end, Njoku. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Locke working out of the gun. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Number 31, David.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Leonard Floyd brought him down. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Locke. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Bailey's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
New England trying to get a place on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
He was tackled at the...
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The throw over the middle taken in. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jack Doyle, touchdown number 22 on the season. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
At the 4-yard.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, Locke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 48-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Able to get this to Gordon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. That'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He's looking for Ridley again. And now it's third down.
Third down and 10.
Mayfield on play action. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. If you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
Set to kick off.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, where it was the Cardinals who come away with the victory at home. Hunter Renfrow, a touchdown catch.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10. At their own.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
It was Damon Harris.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Block now to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
First down, Bills.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He'll find Gabriel Davis. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Gabriel Davis.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
The 9-yard line.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
At the Patriots' 1-yard line.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A.J. Dillon with touchdown number 8 on the year as they have taken the lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
8 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Mayfield. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matthew Ioannidis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
This one caught by Ridley. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And Henry gets the call there on 1st down as he pushes his way forward. A pickup of about 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep fighting.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Darren Lee, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
The tackle made.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run once more with Dillon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Block. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
We'll call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Patriots take over. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. 1st down, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Intercepted by the Bills.
Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Again, it's Dillon. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Dillon, the ball carrier.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. To throw is Locke. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Johnson.
And this defense, they need